The OnePlus 2 is the successor to the flagship killer OnePlus One, and that means it has some pretty big shoes to fill. So did OnePlus deliver once again on their never settle promise? Here are 7 reasons why not to buy the OnePlus 2. If you're excited about the upcoming OnePlus 2 content, go ahead and give this video a like and subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. First things first, a quick disclaimer. These are all opinions. This video is for people on the fence about whether or not to buy a OnePlus 2. These may not matter to you, or all of them may not matter to you, but they do matter to me, and I'm the one making this video. And it may seem like kind of a rant, but that's sort of the point of the video, to point out the flaws of this device. I want to start with an honorable mention, the invite system. It doesn't have to do with the phone itself necessarily, so I'm not including it as a full reason not to buy it, but for some reason OnePlus went with an invite system yet again, so even if you wanted to purchase it, you probably couldn't. Reason number 1, non-removable battery. OnePlus did go with an easily removable back cover, but unfortunately they did not go with a removable battery. Now it does have a beefy 3300 mAh battery, so it's not the end of the world that it's non-removable. Maybe you're using GPS all day in the car, or maybe your battery is malfunctioning and you need to send it back to get it replaced. Either way, a removable battery will come in handy, and they already have a removable back cover, so they should have just went with a removable battery. Reason number 2 is no wireless or fast charging. This is kind of a double whammy, but the OnePlus 2 doesn't support wireless charging or fast charging. And in today's market, almost every single flagship supports at least one of those things. The only one that I can think of off the top of my head that doesn't is the iPhone, and that's not exactly something that the flagship killer wants to be compared to. Reason number 3 is no NFC. The OnePlus 2 does not support NFC, and I know a lot of people don't use NFC, but there are just as many people that use it all the time and swear by mobile NFC payments, so the lack of NFC in the OnePlus 2 is a big problem, especially when even phones like the iPhone and Apple Pay use NFC. Reason number 4 is no microSD card expansion, and this kind of goes hand in hand with the non-removable battery. The OnePlus 2 has both a removable back and a dual SIM tray, which are 2 places they could have incorporated expandable storage in. I get it that they have to cut costs and everything to keep the price down, but a lack of any option for expandable storage is not really okay for a flagship killer. Reason number 5 is it gets hot. The OnePlus 2 is sporting a Snapdragon 810 under the hood, and as we've learned from other flagships this year like the HTC One M9, the Snapdragon 810 gets hot. Fortunately, the OnePlus 2 isn't made out of all metal, so the heat stays mostly internal and it's never too hot to hold, but during intense usage it does get warm to the touch. Not really a deal breaker, but definitely an inconvenience. Reason number 6 is the home button. The home button is a hit or miss. Most of the time, the fingerprint scanner works extremely fast, even as fast as Touch ID, and most of the time the home button is easily activated. But where it gets tricky is the transition from the other off-screen capacitive buttons to the home button. Sometimes I don't press hard enough for it to register my thumbprint correctly, or sometimes I'm going straight from the other capacitive buttons to the home button and it just doesn't register correctly as a home button press, and it usually sorts itself out with a matter of seconds, so it's not that big of a deal, but other reviewers have had it worse than me, and it's a big inconvenience when it is not working. Reason number 7 is it doesn't work on Verizon. Specifically, it doesn't have CDMA compatibility, so it won't work on Sprint or Verizon. And as I was reading about the OnePlus 2, there was one Gizmodo article that really caught my eye. The title is OnePlus 2 Hands-On. So good, it makes me want to leave Verizon. How can it be a flagship killer if it's not compatible with one of the largest carriers in the United States and probably the world? I get it that they had to cut costs and everything, but that instantly alienates a huge portion of their potential market. That's it for this video. If you disagree or think I missed something, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, subscribe to see more content, and as always, stay classy.